hello. Guten Tag. Obviously, I'm Glamba Shona, otherwise known as GBS, otherwise known as Baby Mama of the Year. And this is the OG. This is my mum. She is a renowned hairdresser in our town and London, Hair by Nikki. And we have been asked, because people kind of love our personalities, I get it from her, and then obviously I have my own little spice with it. People have been asking us to do a advice videos on YouTube, so I'm bringing my mummy on here finally to talk about some stuff, and we're going to make it into a segment that we do weekly, monthly, and
whenever.
this segment is going to be: what advice would you give to your 20-year-old self? First of all, let us know how old you are and stuff.
Hi everyone, I'm Nikki, here by Nikki, Mama Nikki. I'm a virgin to this. But
I'm dead.
hi. I am 48 years old and I'll be 49 in October.
Does she look it? I don't think so. Black don't crack.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Right, so our viewers would like to know, what advice would you give to your 20-year-old self?
If I had the chance to speak to my 20-year-old self, I would say, don't worry so much about the future in terms of what people say, and don't get so caught up in what's going on in the day-to-day. Think about what's going on now. Don't think about so much tomorrow, because that guy you broke up with, you won't miss him when you get to this point. And the lessons you learn from all the heartaches that you go through will make you so much stronger and so much tougher. I would also say to myself, it's gonna work out. You know, don't panic so much about jobs, kids, marriage, all the things we get caught up about. And don't worry about people's opinions so much, because everybody is going through their own thing, and people put things on you and you take it on, and then you realize nobody knows what they're doing. So just do your best. Do your best and everything will work out.
Yeah, so that's a really interesting point that you just brought up, actually, because that's something that I always think about. Is I'm 25, and I feel like now I'm always thinking about, oh my gosh, why haven't I got my shit together at 25?
Yeah.
Why am I not doing the right things? I should be here when I'm 25. I should be doing this when I'm 25. By this time I should be here. I should be so much further along. And I look at you and I think, oh my gosh, I panic sometimes. I'm thinking, oh, my mum was doing all this stuff when she was 25. But it gets to a point where you should really be thinking about, nobody knows what they're doing the whole way through.
I look back.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked me about my 20-year-old self. I was the thing at 20.
Come on, just look at me and you know where she's going, where I'm gonna go.
I was a model, I was a dancer. Nobody could have told me that my life would have gone the way it's gone, because I had no cares in the world.
I'm going to insert some model pictures right out here just so you know we're not lying.
But I had you at 24, and that was one of the most scariest times in my life. And I remember everybody was saying to me, how are you gonna manage? And I was like, oh my God, I have nothing. What am I gonna do?
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? I'm scared. I am literally terrified. And then I remember having you and looking at you and thinking, now what do I do with this?
Wow.
Do you know?
And that's so weird to hear.
Do you know what I mean?
To hear when you say that.
And you say 25, but I had Shelly at 26. Now I have two babies.
Yeah.
And I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
Wow.
And I winged it. And I remember even doing here with clients holding you and feeding you while I'm doing here. So I thank God for my talents and I thank God for my personality, because that's what got me through. Because all throughout my life, I've always had people who tell me that I'm better than what I think, and people who love me. And God always sends, no matter how many haters, because people say all sort of things about me, but the people who knew me would tell me how amazing I was, or how loved I was, and that
they see you through eyes that you can't see yourself through, and that's what gets you through.
And the most important thing was people appreciated my work, and that's what got me through. And then it's like you wake up 20 odd years later and my babies have grown up and they're doing well and people love my kids, and I'm like, I have no clue how I got here.
Wow.
And half of the people who was hating and whatever, I don't even know where they are now. Do you know what I mean? Still have people who love me and love my children. So, as my advice to you would be the best person you can be. Do your best, and no matter what it looks like, believe in the people who believe in you, and never forget where you're coming from, or the people who stood behind you when everybody left, and somehow it works out.
That is so humbling. I kept on trying to interrupt you then, because I literally, everything that you were saying, it was just building up and building up to even more amazing things. I'm really humbled by what you're saying, because it's like so it's like you talking to
myself.
Like you're basically talking I feel like I'm your little 20-year-old self, because everything that you just said is everything that I feel as well.
But it's amazing for me, because I'm looking at you and you are an extension of me, and it makes me, you are one of my, you Shelley Trey, if you talk about being successful, when I look at you, that's my success. When I look at you and your children and hear people talk about you and stuff, to me, I'm very successful. I have no money or whatever, but you
we will one day.
But you are an amazing person, and that makes me so successful.
Thanks,
as a mom. Do you know what I mean? And I'm looking at my 24-year-old self. So,
I hear what you're saying with that, because now that I have 2 kids of my own, this is so crazy.
It's mad.
When would we be sitting here talking about our kids together?
Do you know, when I held you and used this little thing, and now I hold Ocean or I hold Cruz, and I'm thinking, this is mad.
This is crazy.
Mad. Or when you sit there and you look, when we went to the scan, and I looked, and I started crying, because there's a baby in my baby's belly. And it was like an outer body experience, looking at me, at my scan, with you. And it's just, God is so good, and that's why I keep saying God, because it does work out. I mean, and if I hadn't gone through that at 20,
none of us
wouldn't be able to speak to you when you were pregnant at 20. You had a baby at 20, and if it wasn't for what I've gone through, you wouldn't have had the courage to go through.
Hell no. Hell to the no.
Yeah. And I don't have it all together. I don't know everything.
I don't think you ever will believe that you have it ever, that you'll always have it together, because as life progresses, life is teaching you constantly, just when you think you can get it. And you taught me that lesson, actually. That's why I feel like we had a bit of a rocky stage, because I went from seeing her, growing up, looking at her, seeing her, knowing everything, to all of a sudden my dad cheated on her, and then all of a sudden everything just changed, and she wasn't the woman that I imagined. That so we butted heads, because I was treating her as if, it was scary to me looking at her go through that, because it was almost like, oh my gosh, if you can't handle it at that stage, what the hell am I gonna do? And and then you showed me gracefully and beautifully that it's okay to be human. You don't have to be strong all the time. everything around you is a part of your success, and God has also shown me through you that no matter what happens, you're always going to make it. You built, just as long as you build a good structure and a good network of people, like you always say, it takes a village to raise people. As long as you raise a good structure and a village around you, you'll always end up back on your feet. You'll always end up striving.
The one thing I pride myself on is my honesty. I've always been honest to a fault. And I used to get upset with myself because I'm too open, I'm too honest, I say too much or whatever, and people judge you for it. But be honest about how angry you are, how scared you are, how frustrated you are. Be honest. And the thing I'm glad is that I've always been honest to you, to my children. I've never hidden anything from my children. I've told them when mommy isn't feeling thing today. But no matter how weak I feel, I always show up for my children. They see me push past for them. And that's what I would like to say to anybody watching is, show up when you're scared. Show up. Make something bigger than you. For me, when I couldn't show up for myself, I found the strength to show up for my children because it's bigger than me. You know, it's like my main priority is them. So it's like almost as if I didn't matter. And because I show up for them, now they show up for me. Don't worry about the people who don't know you saying things about you. Worry about who you are, who you want to be. Live your truth, and as long as you know who you are, the people who matter will know who you are, and that's all that matters.
Ooh. You get a little bit teary-eyed there. I'm just so, I don't want to cry. I just want my makeup. No, yeah, I'm so proud of you. I'm very, 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 very proud of you. I feel like you've been through ridiculously a lot. And to sit here with you and talk about this with you and then be able to understand and relate to you. Like, I feel like sometimes, obviously, everyone goes through that stage where you don't relate to your mum don't know you, you don't know your mum, but it feels like you're always...
One day we should share some stuff.
But to sit here and be able to literally word for word relate, understand, feel it in my chest, everything that you're saying, without thinking I know everything, I know best, because you have to get to a point, girls, when you're younger than girls that are, if you're listen to your mum,
listen to your mum,
humble yourself,
and just go with your truth.
Humble yourself. Humble yourself, go with your truth, listen to your gut, listen to your mum, listen to those around you that have been there and done that. You don't have to take it all for law.
No.
You don't have to take it all for law.
But it's guidance.
It is guidance. Because without her guidance, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be able to raise 2 babies. I wouldn't be able to have my home. I wouldn't be able to... I still call it every single day, Mum, why would you do this? Mum, why would you do that? How would you do this?
Think the way you think.
I don't think the way I wouldn't... think the way I think. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if she didn't drum the things that she's drummed into my head. Before, I'd never used to sleep at night because I was always worrying and wondering, and it was because I never used to listen to her. I thought I knew everything, and now that I'm older, and now that you know, when it's like going into a classroom and you think, oh, I know everything, and then the teacher gives you a pop quiz and you're like, I don't. So the next time you humble yourself and you have to listen and take it in, because you know what you're doing. Even though it feels like you don't know what you're doing, you know what you're doing, because I'm okay because of you, so you must have done something right. And when I look at you, that's what gives me a reassurance, because when I've got my kids, I look at them and think they're going to be alright, because she was alright, she made it through, so I'm going to make it through, and she's not going to let me fall. So yeah.
And I mean,
my advice is listen to your mum at 20.
You
listen
know,
to
and
those
I
around
wouldn't
you.
be here if it wasn't for my kids. Because if it wasn't for my children, I wouldn't have the strength to be here. So it's a symbiotic relationship. And the thing my mom did for me is, no matter, my mom allowed me to mess up, make mistakes.
So important.
And I allowed you
Yeah.
to make mistakes.
Which I'm grateful for, because I don't look back and think,
Yeah.
why didn't you let me
And
do this? Because I
give
felt
you
like
a voice. I gave you a voice,
Yeah.
and my job, my role was to guide you, but not to take your voice
yeah.
away. But the one thing that I always said to you is, you're amazing. You can be anything you wanna be. You are loved. Drummed it into your head. Even I used to even say to you when I used to bust your ass, and I used to say, I love you, but I don't like you.
I didn't like you either. You
Right?
were no walking the picnic
I
either when you
don't
was
like
busting
you
my ass.
right now, but I love you.
Yeah.
And I remember when I used to say, I love this child. God, please remind me I love this child. I love this child. I love this child.
How could you not love her?
Because you used to be a... But look at us now. You know, and I learn things from you every single day. You know, you teach, you and Shelley, you now teach me about people, things, and when I'm low or sad, you now counsel me. And it's so nice to have a sister bond. Not only a
we
mom,
feel like
yeah,
sisters.
we're like sisters, and it's just amazing. What would you say to your 20-year-old self?
Well, okay, so one of the biggest things that I would say, which I feel like you would agree with, and I feel like so many other girls would agree with, is that I really wish I could go back and tell myself, I don't know if I would listen, but I'm pretty sure you would listen, is do not wrap your idea of your confidence or your self-worth in a boy's and a man's approval. You don't need to wear makeup for them. You don't need to have sex with them. You don't need to look good for none of them, because the minute that you do and they let you down,
You lose yourself.
you lose yourself.
You lose yourself.
You crush like you've never crushed before, and you crush over and over again until God says, have you learnt your lesson yet? And it's like, once you've built up that habit, it's kind of hard to break, because you will
Never
always...
let anyone else take your power away from you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Don't let anyone else take that power away from
Don't
you.
give it to anyone.
Anyone. If you're going to do that, and if you're going to act like that, make sure that you know that it's for you.
Yeah.
Make sure that you know that it's for you. So when everyone is gone and everything is dropped, that when you're standing there alone, you know that did I do something wrong? You're not standing there thinking you don't know who you are anymore.
Don't let anybody think they have the power to break you, even if you feel broken. Because I might act strong in front of someone, and I won't do it in front of them. When they go, I'll go, Lord, oh God, oh. But when I see them, I'll be like, hi, cool. You know, because you can't take my power away. I recently left a relationship, and the one thing I said to him was, there's so many people in my life that I thought I'd never live without.
Ooh.
But look at me living.
Ooh, look at me now. Look at me now.
So,
and that's all my exes. Look at me now.
I'm still be alive. Do you know what I mean?
You'll still be doing good, and guess what? You'll be doing even better. Okay, well, I think that's a good place to stop. Mum, thank you so much for being
listening
here.
to me, and
we're going to do so much more. Yeah, please leave us comments, please leave us likes, because that's what really helps my channel to grow. And if you're not really subscribing, was you raised right? Are you really going to come here and not subscribe? Because there's going to be lots more where this came from. Please keep commenting and asking us more questions that you want us to give advice on.
I'll give my advice.
We've been through a lot. At my big ass 25-year-old age and her big ass 49-year-old age, we've got some good stories and we've got some good advice to give.
Instagram life isn't real life. Instagram is a snapshot of someone's life. So just live your truth.
And this is coming from someone that doesn't even use Instagram that much.
Because
it's very true. Instagram is not real life.
No.
So stop getting caught up in.
Everyone is just a person.
Everyone
going through
is
the
just
same
going through,
shit.
and not even the same shit. People are going through shit that you wouldn't even dream of.
they're
So you'd be
going.
looking at somebody's life and thinking, I want that life. I want
Yeah.
this, and you don't even know their dad's hurt.
I'm sat here in pain.
Yeah,
I'm sat here now in pain, but you wouldn't know
you
that.
wouldn't know that.
So
You wouldn't know what people are going
No.
through. You don't know when you're looking at a picture and you're thinking everything is going absolutely perfectly. Someone's life looks amazing. They're on this yacht. They're taking this clothes. You're taking this. You don't know what they did to get there.
Yeah.
You don't know who they had to become, who the people they had to betray, what they're going through when the doors are closed. Like, it's just, it's not that serious.
how many times have you and your partner, you and your sister, you
Oh my
been having arguments and
gosh.
going, da-da, and somebody goes, take a picture, and you go,
And it's just like that. Just
and everybody
like that.
thinks, look, it's
Wow,
amazing.
look at your life. Like, no.
There's things going on behind the scenes.
And I think I want to be able to get, but
Yeah.
what I'm going to use my platforms for is I want to be able to get people to a point where, because it's for therapy for me as well. I want to be comfortable in my own fucking skin. I don't want to be sitting here.
She swore
Yeah,
in front of her
and
mom.
it's so good. When you grow up, you
Once
can
upon a time, I would have boxed it.
knock my teeth out. But yes, I want to sit here and be able to be comfortable in my skin and know that everyone else is comfortable in their skins and everyone else is comfortable with their shit going on, and still be proud to show that as well, because the more you do show that, the more everyone else can live a life that's mental health free.
Yeah, yeah.
Mental health free? Mental
Our
illness free.
life, I've raised them, and my whole life is about others, helping others, navigating this life. Because if you're not giving back, what's the point of your life?
What is the point? You're meant.
Do you know what I mean?
The number one thing in life is to love thy neighbour as thyself, and also give back.
Yeah, give back. If someone blesses you, bless someone.
Bless them right back.
Always give back,
Always
and
forgive.
you'll always be happy.
Yeah.
Always forgive. That's a hard one.
That is hard, but that is what.
Yeah,
that's another one.
We'll talk
Always
about forgiveness.
We'll always talk
'cause
about forgiveness.
sometimes you have to forgive them. Ooh, every 5 minutes. Oh Lord,
Just
I
to
go back
get
and
through the
forgive
day.
them again.
But it makes you a better person
But
for it.
it makes you sleep better. It makes you feel better.
Amen.
Don't go to your grave with nobody that you don't like on your mind.
Ooh.
Don't take them with you.
Don't take them with you. Yeah.
No.
God will be at the door like.
Let them go.
Did you forgive? Just
And wish them well, because when you bless others, God bless
versus
you.
you. Yeah. Oh, another quote before we finish. Another quote, because that's just one more thing. Do you? Oh, I've lost it. Wait. What was that? Oh yeah. I don't have to see you. I don't have to wish bad on you. I want to see you eat.
Yeah.
But just not with me.
Yeah.
I still want to see you eat.
I
just
can
not
love
with
you
me.
from afar. Yeah.
That's it. I can love you from afar,
Yeah.
and I can wish the best on you.
I
have
don't
to
wish bad on
you.
anybody.
No one. There's not one
No
person.
matter what you do to me, I'll let you go and I'll leave you to God.
Amen.
I wish you all the best, but we just can't keep continuing on this journey. That's all.
That's all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and
Subscribe.
she knows.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cruz taught me that.
Oh, did